If you're a Stellaris fan and a Star Wars fan, this video is the right place for you. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk about a new mod that's been released on the Steam Workshop for Stellaris called Star Wars Fallen Republic. Now, if you don't know this, I'm a big fan of Stellaris. It's a Civ type game, it's a real-time strategy game. It's one of the most entertaining mixes between both of those genres that I've ever played in my life. You start off as some form of galactic empire, surrounded by an untold number of factions and whatnot. Well, you can pick what number you want to spawn in the galaxy, but I mean, you know, you don't really think about that number until later in the game, I guess you could say. But you start surrounded by thousands or hundreds of stars, potentially dozens of empires, smaller factions, fallen empires, etc. It's kind of hard to really go into the full detail of what Stellaris is, but anyway, this particular mod, it's something else, man. It features dozens of new factions, dozens of new research options, dozens of new currencies, from laser cells to plasma cells to ammunition for your starships, starfighter parts, etc. It's mind-blowing. It's absolutely freaking mind-blowing how amazing this mod looks and feels. I haven't really had much time to actually play through a full campaign of it yet, but for the first few minutes that I started a run of it up, I already just felt like I was in the Star Wars galaxy. This mod features a complete canonical galactic conquest, in a sense, galactic conquest scenario, where you can pick whatever faction you want. In the case for me, I started off as obviously the Rebellion. We all know I love the Rebellion. It places with some of the most known empires in the game in their canonical spots. Each of these empires have dozens of star systems for the most part. Whatever systems, you know, are obviously important to those empires. It's just so amazing. We've got the Galactic Empire, the Hut Cartel, the Corellian Security. Like, it's absolutely just mind-blowing how very detailed this galactic map is, man. I'm amazed, honestly. I'm absolutely amazed at how well this mod looks. Like I said, all the empires in their canonical spots is just, it's so sweet. There are so many different things you could actually do in this galaxy. Each faction, for the most part, has a unique set of ships. Some factions that are aligned to the Galactic Empire, like in this case, the early or the Republic Loyalists. There are a lot of factions that share their ship types. One of this mod's biggest standout features to me is all the new unit icons. So if you look right here, you know, there are a bunch of different icons for different structures, buildings, etc. They all do something different. It's just amazing. They're all new icons for the game, new sound effects. Some of them actually, you can, if you've played Empire at War enough, you'll actually recognize quite a few of them. There's an entire new soundtrack that features a variety of songs from different Star Wars movies and the like. And I'm just blown away. Ships have some amazing detail in this too. Like this Corellian Corvette we've got right here. Look at the detail in that thing. It looks absolutely amazing. I don't know what original mod that actually comes from. I don't know if the devs made it themselves, but it's just nuts. Looking at these ships, I'm like, wow, like this feels like a quality Star Wars mod for Stellaris. There have been a lot of them out there, and my biggest gripe with a lot of them was they didn't really follow like any real structure. They were just ship mods. You know, you threw in some ships, and then you had standard Stellaris gameplay. Not with this mod. There are different weapon types, different ship types, different variety of ship types. It's crazy. Everything has a unique Star Wars look to it, and I'm just blown away. Everything looks amazing. Like, for example, the science ship right here is an unarmed CR-90. That makes sense. You know, I get hyped about a lot of things, especially when they stick true to some form of Star Wars lore. But man, it's so good. The planet list on the right side looks amazing. All the new icons, they just feel Star Wars like. It's amazing. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I do love that when you pick whatever faction you want, depending on how you set your galactic scenario, you can start off as a member of the Galactic Empire's Federation, which in a sense just means the Galactic Empire controls all of these factions and you have no power. But I'm just impressed. It's so well done. All the species have their own unique human, or icons rather, like the Gibbon. We got Gibbon, Mon Calamari, Thorians, Weequays, you name it. Everything has a unique icon to it that's canon to the Star Wars lore. And I can tell a good chunk of this is also from the expanded universe, just purely because some of the systems in this mod I think don't exist in the new canon. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comment section if I am. But this mod is, how you say, not half-assed. There's so much content in this mod. I genuinely am debating on actually doing a full playthrough of it. Now, one of my favorite things too is you can kind of see what factions will be a little bit more dominant than others too. You know, Mon Calamari's forces are kind of small compared to, like, say, the Iriadu Authority sectors. forces and whatnot. But I don't know. I'm so excited to actually get a chance to play through this, get research going, you know, seeing what kind of ships we could build, etc. It looks so good. There's no better way to say that. I haven't experienced what the actual space combat feels like yet, but I'm looking forward to it regardless. Some factions have some more unique variety of ships. We've got some Arquidens here, some CR, I think, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called. They're like CR-75. I really can't remember what they are. But like, just look at the amount of detail that's put into these vessels. Like I said, I don't know if these are from existing Empire War mods already or not, or if they're just custom-made units by the developers themselves. But it's just wow. We've even got a CIS remnant faction in this mod. How often do you see that in a lot of mods nowadays? How do you often do people actually remember, hey, the CIS actually had a remnant faction or a series of factions throughout the entirety of the galaxy? Like, the amount of attention to detail in this mod is just nuts. Okay, I did try to get a few good shots of some of the ships with no GUI running through console commands and whatnot, so hopefully you like some of the images you see. We've got a Venator Star Destroyer right here, which always looks good no matter what mod it's in, whether it's in gray or that beautiful red and white Republic color scheme. I don't know. I feel like I've repeated myself quite a few times. Yo, this mod is impressive. This mod is impressive. But I'm just, you know, that's one thing I love about the Star Wars community. When we care about something, the amount of attention to detail we are willing to put into something is just unreal, unrivaled compared to a lot of other games and communities and so forth. The amount of attention to detail we put into our Star Wars love projects is just next level. And I've got a list of the different song or soundtracks that are currently in the game right now. Just take a quick glance at this. Everything looks really good. And I got a little excited right here when I saw Rogue One Hope, because Rogue One had one of my favorite Star Wars moments ever with Darth Vader going down the hallway, just hacking and slashing rebels and whatnot. I got a little excited right there. One of the things that we also got to point out is the pirate factions are a thing here too. They all start off with these gigantic, enormous fleets. We've got some Invincible-class destroyers, which follow an older model that I've always loved. I'm actually really happy to see it here. You know, we've got some Victory 2s. You get a good glimpse of the Nebulon B right here. Nebulon B is one of the best looking Star Wars ships that have ever been, you know, given to our eyes. It's one of my favorite ships of all time. And I'm so happy to actually see it in this mod and looking good. I've seen some pretty bad looking, you could say, Nebulon B frigate models. All these just look so good. Now we'll take a quick look at this sector of planets that I actually happened to come across not too long ago before I started recording. We've got some Zon Consortium ships, man. We've got crate destroyers here. We've got Vengeance class frigates, you know, the little stealth ships with the mass drivers that were in Empire War Forces of Corruption. This, look at look at how these look, man. And the Stellaris engine, that is beautiful. It looks absolutely freaking amazing. This is Tiber Zon's personal fleet, by the way. Kill this and kill Tiber. Crazy enough. It blows my mind. It absolutely just blows my mind. I can't wait to play this. I'm thinking of doing a playthrough of it on stream or on YouTube, actually, even. Stellaris is a game that can be hard to record, to say the least, because it's a bit of a slower paced game. There's not nearly as much action 24/7 as there can be with Empire War. It's bigger. It's a lot to really take in as a viewer, and it can get boring from time to time depending on what kind of person you are. Not everybody likes a game like this where you have to sit here and just wait, essentially. It's one of the games where you have to put a little bit more time into waiting. I hate to say that because I actually absolutely love this game. I love it from a player. As a player, I love this game. I've never recorded it though. I don't know how people would actually feel about something like this, so I'd have to really get your opinions on that. And I think this is the Jahavi or the Kyra Mud. I think this is Kyra Mud. Mandalorian cruiser. Just I'm impressed, man. I'm extremely impressed. You know, if you don't know Stellaris, go check it out on Steam. It's an amazing game. I could not recommend it enough. I absolutely love this game. Easily next to Empire War, my favorite strategy game of all time. And hopefully I don't sound like just the bandwagoner or just a massive hype man, but dude, whenever I come across anything that says canon to the map, canon faction placement, whatever you want to call it, I'm all on board for it. I'm absolutely ready to play that and just put my entire existence into it for a few hours, a few days, weeks, whatever. And yeah, it's just it's just impressive. The amount of detail on these planets looks amazing. The amount of detail on the ships look amazing. The amount of detail into the faction placement looks 100%. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it looks like it's pretty close to 100% accurate. It's just extremely impressive. And, you know, round of applause to the dev team that put all of their time and effort into making this, their heart and soul. Obviously, this is a love project, a passion project, if you will. And I've had bad addictions to Stellaris before. There have been times where I could put like 8 hours into a session and want to keep going without even thinking. And man, this game is addicting. So now that I've got this to kind of toy around with, I'm gonna not let it slow down, obviously, my content creation and my videos I post or anything. You know, like I said, I'm getting a lot of this purely just from watching or from just looking at the very start of the map. I don't even know what the gameplay feels like yet. I don't know what the new ship types look like yet, like later down the line. I don't really know. I'm excited though. So, you know, just let me know what you think down below about this. If you have Stellaris, I seriously say, go check this mod out. You are absolutely going to enjoy this, I'd say. And I guess that's really all I've got to say. Like I said, guys, go check this mod out. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. It's Steam Workshop link. And I hope you all enjoy it. I know I will. I'm excited. But that's going to be it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. I want to say, if you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe. What's funny is a majority of the people who watch my channel are actually not subscribed to it in the slightest. Like 90 to 80% of you are not subscribed to the channel. If you aren't subscribed, click that subscribe button. I love making content for people. I love entertaining people. And hopefully I can keep doing that for you. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video, Star Wars related, Call of Duty related, whatever it be. May the Force be with you all. Peace.